since I've been on here to record anything or vlog about anything. I've been going through some different things, had surgery and all of that, but I'm good and I'm okay. But I was actually just watching the BET Awards, and I listened to the speech that Tyler Perry gave. I know I'm a little late on watching it, but it was on my DVR, so I kind of been like watching it in the meantime, in between time. But however, I just watched his speech that he gave. First of all, let me say congratulations to Tyler Perry for receiving the Icon Award. Definitely deserves it. He is a great man of God, and everything that he's touched has been great. And you know, he's been a blessing to so many people. And in his speech, you know, it was just a blessing actually listening to his speech. However, again, like I said, congratulations to Tyler Perry. But in his speech, he talked about when he was walking to school one day, and he came to a crossing, a 6-lane crossing, and there was a man there, and the man was asking people for help across. And everybody was ignoring him or walking past him and just not responding to the guy. But however, Tyler Perry, when he walked up, he actually helped the man across. Now, my thing is this. What happens when you're that man and you're standing there and you're asking for help, or you're standing there and you don't have a voice to ask for help, and your Tyler Perry hasn't come yet? So you're just standing there at this 6-lane crossing and you can't get across. I've been there. I've felt like that for so long. I felt like I didn't matter. I felt like, you know, I gave up on my dreams. I gave up on so much. And you know, it was times that I didn't feel like fighting. There was times that I actually tried to throw in the towel, and there was one time in particular I can remember, you know, being younger, and I actually tried to commit suicide. And I can remember God allowing me, even though I wasn't conscious, I can remember God allowing me to feel the heaviness of my mother's heart and my siblings' heart in that moment. And I can remember telling God in that very moment that if he brought me out of it, I would never try it again, no matter how hard life got, no matter what I had to deal with, I would never try it again. So I am a survivor of suicide, trying to commit suicide. But then we have some who have taken their own life. We have some that is, you know, currently crying out without crying out. I have plenty of people that I know, people that I know that have lost friends, who have lost loved ones, who have lost children to suicide. Man, suicide is a very important matter, man. People is stressed, people's depressed, people are dealing with their issues in their alone moments. And some people are not even dealing with it. I was one of those people who actually, over the years, even up until a week or so ago, I was one of those people that bottled things up on the inside, and I didn't deal with my issues. I didn't deal with my hurt. I didn't deal with my pain. I didn't grieve because I felt like I had to be strong for everyone else. And so I felt like I didn't matter, even though I know there's people, I know there's people out there that love me. I know there's people that want to see me succeed. There's people out there that's rooting for me. But I also know there's people out there that's not rooting for me, or rooting against me, or praying against me, or praying against anything that I touch. However, this video is not to address them. This video is just to address those people that's out, you know, that's crying out without crying out. The people that want to cry out but don't have a voice. The people that is so used to being alone and so used to dealing with everything on their own and not reaching out to friends. Even though you may have friends you surround yourself with, or friends that you're around every day, they ask you if you're okay. Girl, I'm all right. I'm good, whatever. Man, I know that you're not all right, because that was me. And for so long, like I said, up until weeks ago, I was still that person. I would tell everybody, I'm okay, I'm good, you know. My best friend died. Oh, I'm all right, I'm good. My grandmother died. All right, I'm good. You know, my dad passed, my stepfather, my mom passed. I tell everybody I'm good, but really I'm not. On the inside, there's a little girl that cries, even from things that happened years and years and years ago. but I don't share my issues. I don't share my problems. That's one of my problems, and I'm trying to get over that now. And you know, I have people that I can talk to. I have people that's there to listen. I have people that even try to get it out of me, but I'm so used to bottling things up. And not dealing with it and trying to be strong for everyone else. But listen, man, I'm here to tell you, man, that it is unhealthy, man. It's going to kill you one day. Stress is the most deadliest silent killer out here, man. Stress, depression, it will get to you and it will weigh on you. I mean, I know at the end of the day, my story is my story and your story is yours. You probably couldn't bear my burdens and I probably couldn't bear yours. And I wouldn't even try to, because your load is for you and my load is for me. But at the end of the day, I want to be that person that stand beside you and help you through it. At the end of the day, I encourage so many people over the years. So many people tell me, oh, you've encouraged me. And even with the shirts that I do, a lot of people say, you know, there's power in these two words. There, you know, there's this movement is so great. It blessed me and encourages me, and I'm glad. And that's what I do it for. But at the end of the day, it was times that I would cry myself to sleep because I didn't feel encouraged. But I encouraged others, and I was happy with that. But even though I was going through a lot of things mentally, I just tried to deal with them on my own. I didn't want to reach out. I didn't want to ask for help. I just tried to deal. That's how I was used to dealing with things. I was used to bottling things up and just not dealing with my issues or my things, because I felt like everybody had their own issues. So when a person would come to me and ask me if I was okay or how I'm doing, I would be like, oh, I'm good. Or, you know, yeah, I'm making it, I'm managing, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I wouldn't go into details because I was one of them persons that felt like everybody got their own issues. Everybody got their own load to carry. So at the end of the day, I didn't feel like mine was important. And so I just continued to bottle things up and deal with them in my own way. And at the end of the day, when I would go home to go to sleep, those things would keep me up. You know, I would go to work and I would work all day, or I would run around to see family members, see my brothers, hang out, you know, do different things, because I hated to be alone. I hated to get into a place where I had time to think. So I dealt with and been dealing with insomnia for a while, you know what I mean? Because I couldn't sleep, you know, because it was in those times and those moments that everything would rush back to my mind at once. Now, me being a person that actually tried to commit suicide and I survived that, and made a promise to God to never try that again, I kind of, you know, that's what pushes me. That's what keeps me. That's what I try to find my peace in, knowing that that's not an option for me. But I know there's some people that's going through some things and they haven't had anyone to talk to. Even though you got 1 million people around you, you feel the loneliest you ever felt with 1 million people around you. So I wanted to make this video for you. I want to make this video, man. If that's you, you feel that's you, inbox me, DM me, comment below. If you want to send me your phone number, whatever the case may be, I will talk with you. I've been that person, and I'm still dealing with some things on my own. But at the end of the day, I know that suicide is not the answer. And I know that no matter what you're going through, listen, there's always somebody out there going through worse. And I'm not going to belittle your situation or whatever you're going through, because at the end of the day, your story isn't mine and mine isn't yours. And my load is my load and your load is your load. And at the end of the day, I wouldn't dare sit down my load to pick up yours because I couldn't carry it. But I've been that person standing there needing to cross and not having a voice, not having enough strength to say I need help across. Because I was so strong for everybody else. I was dealing with everybody else's issues, everybody else's problems, and I just put mine on the back burner. But like I said, this video is just to help somebody, to encourage somebody. Stress is the most silent, most deadliest killer. Depression, man, I know it's life. We all are dealing with one thing or another. Don't think just because these celebrities and different people you look at, you think Oprah don't got problems with all the money she got? Man, we all got problems. Every single person walking the face of this earth. We all got issues. We all got problems. We all have our own story. And some chapters, even though we want to skip them, we can't. Them chapters is there, and we got to deal with it. And we got to take each blow by blow and deal with it at the moment. And not continue to bottle things up until you explode on the inside, until you feel like suicide is your only option, until you feel like, you know what, this is my breaking point. I can't do it no more. I'm done. Listen, this video is for you all that's been crying out without crying out. Those of you that's been standing there at that 6-lane highway and need help across, but you ain't had enough strength to even say it. This video is for you. I hear you. And like I said, inbox me, DM me, comment below, leave your phone number. If you want to just talk, I don't care what it is. And I'm not one of those that run to take your business elsewhere or try to use that to in any kind of way or use it as your weakness, man. Listen, I'm just using this video to reach out, to try to help someone, you never know, the person that you walk past in the grocery store, the person that you bumped in the club, the person that you rolled your eyes at, the person that you yelling at driving in the car, whatever. You never know what people is going through. So at the end of the day, you can save somebody's life and not even know it. Just a simple smile, just a simple, how are you doing? Man, listen, sometimes it's your strongest friends that actually need you the most. It's not the ones that cry day in and day out. It's not the ones that is always, woe is me, woe is me. It's not them. It's that friend that's telling you that they're okay. It's that friend that's smiling. It's that friend that's just look like they happy-go-lucky and everything is great. That's the one that needs you most. That friend that tells you, no, I'm gonna just stay in tonight. I don't feel like doing anything. No, I'm just tired. It's just been a long week. That may be the friend you need to check on. Seriously. Suicide is serious. Stress is serious. Depression is serious. Reach out. And as always, continue to be blessed and continue to be a blessing.